guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tia and I just came on here to talk to y'all a little bit about me and my story. I'm not gonna go into full detail yet because y'all ain't engaging like I need y'all to engage. Like, this is for my girlies or the fellas, like anybody, because I feel like I can possibly help somebody that's been through what I went through or needs some type of advice or just somebody to talk to when you're in a situation and you don't know what to do or how to get out of it. Because y'all, that was me. And I know y'all see on my page, yes, I do have a girlfriend. Me and my girlfriend has known each other for 13 years now. We were on and off for 4 or 5 years, and then we went our separate ways, and that was all on me because of stuff that I did in the past. But anywho, this ain't about that. We can get on that another time. This is just about, like, ladies, when y'all meet these men and y'all get in these relationships, y'all got to pay attention to the red flag. You just have to. These guys they lie to get you. They tell you all this good stuff that they think you want to hear, and when you accept it and you get with them, they feel like they can do whatever they want. It's because we allow them to. So, speaking on my experience, y'all, I was with the guy for almost 6 years, and in the beginning, he tried to do all the good stuff. Like, I didn't even like him for real. Like, I just wanted to get with somebody that was different from what I was used to. And he showed that stuff in the beginning. Like, I was mean to him, didn't want to talk to him, and I was like, okay, let me get this guy a chance because he's trying to talk to me. He may be different, you know. I want to try to live a different lifestyle than what I was living. So I was like, okay, cool, let me give him a chance. So I gave him a chance. The first red flag I should have seen was that he did not have his own place. And I know a lot of people don't, but again, he was doing a lot of bragging at first. But I don't know what I was thinking, y'all. Every time I think about it, I'm like, well, dang, girl, what were you thinking about? Trying to find somebody different. And I should have left him where he was at. Anywho, so I got with dude. He was good with the kids at first. He was coming around my family. My mama, when she first met him, she said that she didn't say it, but she made a gesture like he was crazy. And I was like, I really got mad at her. I didn't tell her, but I got mad at her because I'm like, how are you gonna say this man is crazy and you don't even know him? Whatever. So as the months started flying by, he started just catching attitudes for no reason, getting mad. And I was thinking, like, is it me? Did I do something? Just out of nowhere. It's like we having a conversation, and I think one day I was like, I'm gonna invest in myself, and he flipped out. I'm like, what did I say? I thought that was a good thing for me to focus on my business and, you know, do what I wanted to do. At that time, it was just strictly just makeup. Like, I wanted to do makeup, and that was before I started getting clients. I was just starting out, practicing on myself, practicing on my family, and he flipped out. Y'all, it's so many different scenarios with this dude. Like, I'll be here all day talking about every crazy scenario that happened. And I was just, in the beginning, because I know I was always a mean person. So I'm like asking myself, is it me? Did I do something? Why am I being so mean to dude? I went to the doctor, y'all, and asked the doctor for some medicine to help me be calm and not be so angry. And I feel like that was a sign too, because every time I'm in his presence, I felt angry. And I know some of y'all not really into spiritual things, but it's some evil demons walking this world. Y'all may not believe it. Y'all probably can't see it, but I strongly believe that. And I felt like I was sleeping with a demon. And he was just angry. He was upset about the relationship that I had with my kids. He would just say slick things to them and then think that they wasn't gonna tell me, or think that he can just say or do things and it would be okay. Like, he would flip out for no reason. I remember my 30th birthday party. I had just turned 30, and I was like, I had a luau party in my backyard, and y'all know I didn't get to attend the party because he wanted to cook the food, grill the food. He wanted to do all the grilling and everything. My best friend did the treats and all that, so he did the grilling. He act like he was just oh so hot. Now I'm in Florida now. He act like it was oh so hot. He got a headache. When I tell you, we went to 3 different hospitals because he had a headache. Each one he walked out of because he didn't want to sit there. I'm like, I'm supposed to be at my party right now. Me being a supportive girlfriend, I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna go with him to the hospital. I didn't make it to my party until at night. Everybody was leaving. I didn't get to see people. And it was just a whole mess. I felt like he was trying to keep me away from getting some attention, or because it was my day, he was jealous. And that's another thing. I felt like he was jealous of me. No matter what good things happened to me, he always had something negative to say. I was there for his daughter. I took her in. That wasn't enough. It was like, I don't know what I was thinking when dude, another thing, sorry y'all, but I just keep thinking of stuff. He got mad because I didn't want, he starts talking about marriage early on, and I was like, we just met, like I'm not ready for marriage. And he got mad at me, like a real deal argument. I think I was getting ready to walk out the door to my sister's house, and then he grabbed me by the neck like that and wouldn't let me go outside. My sister lived on the next street. Like, he was verbally, mentally, sometimes physically, and emotionally abusive. And living with somebody in that type of environment was like draining, miserable. And I tried to hide everything from my kids because I didn't want them to see what I was going through. Like, they would go to their dad's house on the weekend anyway, so it was like I was glad when they left because I didn't want them to even feel like they had to defend me or get into adult nonsense. But some days were better than others, but at the end of the day, he always snapped out for no reason. And I'm like, what is wrong with dude? Like, I don't understand it. So, like an idiot, I did end up eventually saying yes to marriage. And big mistake, horrible mistake. Again, me wanting to, I don't even know what it was. Like, I just wanted to be a different person than what I was and deal with somebody different than what I was used to. And the day of the wedding, the event planner was making a lot of mistakes. His hairline, he got it sprayed on, so he sweated it off. So he got mad at me because his hairline was sweating off and he needed to go back to the barber to get it sprayed on. Y'all, he was like so upset because his hairline was off. I'm like, that's not my fault. He was mad because the event planner was asking people to help her set up everything, and I was mad at that too. But it was like, okay, I didn't want to be stressed out on the day. Now, before we went to the courthouse and then we had a reception afterwards, I did not want to go to the courthouse. Like, I really just didn't want to do it no more because that whole day he had been making me upset and just saying all kind of slick stuff to me. And so I didn't want to do it, but I did it anyway, like an idiot. Yes, y'all ain't got to jump in the comments and tell me how dumb I was, because I know I was dumb. I ain't had no business getting married to this man, but I did. And at the reception, people wanted to take pictures with me. He was upset. He was yelling and trying to get an attitude because people was drinking all the liquor. And I'm like, that's what we bought it for, so that people can drink it. Y'all, he was just, that whole night, I was like, I don't want to deal with it. A whole bottle of Bel Air. I drank the whole bottle of Bel Air because I didn't want to deal with him. Of course, I didn't even get to eat my food. Everybody was like complimenting the food because my auntie made the food and everything. My auntie, my mom, my sisters, everybody was complimenting the food. I didn't even get to eat. I drank that whole bottle of Bel Air and I was lit. So after we left, I had to be pushed in a wheelchair because I couldn't walk. And you know, I've had many nights where I've drank too much and my friends would take me home, or my cousins and ex-boyfriends or whatever would just take me home, put me in the bed, and I'll go to sleep. This man pushed me in the tub. He called my mom on FaceTime, showing her, he used my phone to call my mom, showing her that I was naked in the tub, just saying, oh, I should have never married you. All you just want to get drunk, and you just all I remember him saying, he was saying so much stuff, but what I kept hearing him saying, like, I should have never married you. And I'm like, I agree. We should have never did this. Like, literally, we shouldn't have. So I put up with that for like 3 years after that. It was just a draining situation. Like, no matter what I did, I was a problem. I remember we were driving one day to somebody's house, and I don't smoke. He got mad because he lost his lighter, and he blamed it on me because he couldn't find a lighter. Like, it was just little simple things he would get angry about and blame me and be upset. And just, we argue. Like, I always knew when we were going to have an argument, because it's like, every time we turn around, we can never have a good week because we got to argue. Like, it got to the point, like, I was like looking for ways to get out of that situation. And it was so hard because now we married. How am I supposed to leave? Now, I got my 2 kids that are not his, and then I had his daughter. And I was thinking about his daughter because she came from a very bad environment, and I was just trying to look out for her as well. So I'm like, how am I going to leave? And it was just so difficult I had to put together a plan. So it was just like, how do I do this? I told my son, I was like, I'm letting y'all know now that I'm going to leave him. I don't know where we're going to go. I made arrangements with my sister for her to get my younger son, and then my older son, he was graduating. So, you know, he was going to be, I knew he wasn't going to be wanting to be home because he was wanting to go to his dad's house, to his cousin's house, just go everywhere. So he was good. My younger son was going to stay with my sister, and then I was going to go to Georgia at the time because that's where my mom was. So one day I was packing up some old clothes to give to Goodwill, and he decided that he wanted to pick up the bag and throw it at me because I didn't want to give him a kiss. I'm like, you just smoked cigarettes and you want me to kiss you? I don't smoke. He smelled like straight cigarettes, and I didn't want to kiss him. So it went from me not giving him a kiss to me not giving him a kiss to me not changing my last name when we got married. Like, he made a big deal about that. And I didn't change my name for a reason, because after it was done, and I knew for a fact that this was not my forever person. I put up with a lot of things in that relationship that I shouldn't have, and I would never in my life do that again. I was, man, trying to keep from crying, but I was miserable. He got into a fight with my kids because he thought that I was cheating with my children's father, and it was nothing like that. And he got into a fight with my younger son, and we had to jump him. Then he got into a fight with my older son. My older son was already mad because he heard about the fight with my younger son. So my older son wasn't even messing with him no more once he found that out. And they got into a fight. They jumped him. I had to jump in, you know, to break it up and everything. But after that, everything just went downhill. So I left with his daughter one day to go to my mom's house because we went there every Sunday. And he was upset because I left. He wanted to take my car because he didn't have one. And I'm like, no, I'm going to see my mom like I do every Sunday. You can figure that out. So y'all know I do makeup. This man took all of my makeup, put it in a sink, let the water run. Because he knew how I felt about my makeup, and that's how I was making some of my money on the side. He thought he could destroy me. And it's crazy that it took for that to happen. Like, he had already been on Facebook going live. That's another thing. He used to go live, make Facebook posts, all this other crazy stuff. And I didn't know, like, around the time Hurricane Irma came, he posted a naked picture of me on Facebook because I evacuated to Georgia with my mom and my children. I didn't know that he posted that. My girlfriend now, she let me know that, and I didn't know that until I got back with her. She told me that he posted it on Facebook, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Like, you took a picture of me when I didn't even know it, and then you posted it because you were mad that I went to evacuate. You could have came, but you decided to stay. But anywho, so fast forward to the day that I decided to just be done. Before that, we was arguing because I didn't want to kiss him. So I had the bags lined up on the wall getting ready to donate to Goodwill. I had like 4 or 5 big bags of clothes. And he picked up the bag and threw it at me. So I was already upset. He threw the bag. I left, went to my mom's, and then he was calling, trying to get my car, saying he gonna tell the police I kidnapped his daughter, just saying all kind of crazy stuff. Then he went live, put all my makeup in the sink, and I was like, okay, this is it. Like, if I go back home, I don't know what's gonna happen. So I decided to call the cops, ask them can they escort me home. They did that. He was upset because he saw cops. His daughter ended up telling him that he threw the bag at me. And he started going so crazy on the cops, banging his head in a cop car. All they wanted to do was ask him like what was going on and why I needed an escort and why was he so angry. And he decided to, you know, fall on the ground, doing all this in front of his daughter. Like, they have to restrain him. And I'm like, just stop. Like, you have a daughter, you know, the situation with cops can go left. You know, you don't want to deal with that. And then your daughter right here. So he went crazy doing all of that. His daughter was just crying. And I'm like, why would you do this in front of her? Banging his head against the police car, kicking the police car. I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all. So that was when he went to jail. He was calling me from jail. He was not supposed to have contact. He was blowing my phone up and calling and calling and calling and calling. And that was it for me. I left. He kept trying to come back to my house afterwards, and I'm like, no. So he broke into my house and stole my TVs. And what's crazy is I was still trying to help him after the fact. Like, but when I left him, I was still trying to give him his clothes when he needed clothes, meet with his sister to give him clothes and stuff. And I was trying to be nice because I felt like, you know, I knew he didn't have nobody, but I was still trying to be nice, and that didn't work. What he did was broke in, stole my TVs, and he just kept calling, leaving voice messages on my phone, just doing all kind of crazy stuff. Like, I'm like, what did I get myself into? That's why I say y'all gotta watch for red flags, because there was so many red flags and I ignored them all. So that was in May. It was like, we had got married on May 10th. So it was like our anniversary. I want to say our 3-year anniversary. And we had an anniversary on the 10th. And then a few days later, all this stuff happened. And even at the anniversary, he was like, you look like you're not happy. And I'm like, I'm not. But you said you want to go out. So we went to dinner or whatever. But y'all, I was so unhappy. It was at that point, it was all on my face. I was tired. I was drained. I was not feeling it. And it got so bad that his daughter knew. Like, she was there when everything went down every time, and she was like, I wish you can find you another boyfriend. And just, he's so mean. He was mean to her too. I'm not gonna get into the stuff that he did or said to her, because I'm not gonna do that. But it was like the worst time of my life. And my girlfriend that I'm with now, we had our little situations as well, but nothing like that. I hit her up to come to my son's graduation, and she came, and ever since then we've been inseparable. And she's been, you know, helping me out, trying to get away from him and everything. And he's just upset, texting, calling, nonstop. I had to get a restraining order for me and my son. When my son passed away, he made it about him calling me at that time, saying that, oh, they're saying that I did it, or, oh, I raised him too. You didn't raise him. My son always had a father. You came in, and at first you was trying to step up, but then you just started slacking. He thought that materialistic things was going to make my kids like him, or he can buy them, and that wasn't the case. So yeah, he wouldn't stop bothering me, y'all. Even after I left, he still kept calling. He ended up getting another girlfriend. He did several things to her. I'm not gonna tell her story either, but I will say some of the same things I went through, she went through. And it was like he was trying to make me upset because he had a new girlfriend. I had a different YouTube channel that I posted on, and he was stalking it. I blocked him, but you know, you can still see people's pages, and he was stalking my channel. I was trying to update my subscribers and stuff, and he saw it. Then he started making videos, posting the girl and posting all this crazy stuff. And come to find out, he was treating her horribly, and he did something to her where she ended up having to move out of her apartment, and I'll just say he tried to set her house on fire. So with my restraining order, every time he contacted me, I did go to the police office. She ended up having several cases on him as well. He got arrested in New Orleans and brought back to Florida because he was trying to go on the run. And then a year after my son passed away, he called me on my son's anniversary, 1-year anniversary date, and was just like playing music in the phone, started calling, blowing up my phone, saying all kind of crazy stuff, arguing with my girlfriend, just all kind of crazy stuff. And it was like, you know, he didn't care. I'm grieving at the moment. Why would you do this on my son's anniversary date? He even told the police that he was gonna blow up the police station when I went to go make the report, and that what he was gonna do. And he also told his girlfriend after he set her house on fire that he was on his way to come meet. All because I left him, because I didn't want to go through what I was going through with him. I feel like I made a smart decision, but he just couldn't take it. And that's why I say, I watch all these stories on YouTube, TikTok about how these men do this stuff to all these women because we ignore red flags. And ladies, we should not do that. Never again. But we have to be aware of the people that we bring around our children. We have to be aware of these men that has mental issues, because we never know how they grew up or what type of family they came from or the stuff they went through. We just never know. And it's crazy because his cousin warned me. Like, she was like, you don't even know who you're about to marry, because they got into it, and then she started texting my phone. Again, another sign that I ignored. It was just so many signs, and I should have did a better job at picking my first husband, because baby, I would never do that again. So next month will make a year that I've been officially divorced, and I'm happy about it. I'm very happy about it. It happened on my son's birthday. I got divorced on my older son's birthday, and I was like, that's the best thing that could have happened. I was so happy about it. And I'm happy now, because the person that I've been pushing away for so long is the person that always come around and help me when I need it. The person I pushed away and took my kids from is the person that still was in their lives when I said stay away. So it's like, no matter who I'm with or what I deal with, at the end of the day, my girlfriend was the person that always came around, helped me, was there for me, no matter what. And that's just the type of person that she is. She has a good heart, and I always tell her she's super friendly. But I just wish I could turn back the hands of time, because it's like, once I left him in May, and then in July, a couple days after my birthday, and on my cousin's birthday, I lost my son. I didn't expect that to happen. That was one of the worst days of my life. I was actually moving out of my old place because I didn't want to deal with, you know, him kicking my door down, which he did. After my cousin's birthday party, he ended up kicking my door down. My kids were home. Luckily, I wasn't there, because I don't know, I probably wouldn't even be here to tell y'all this story today. So he kicked my door down. My kids were sleeping. It was my 2 children and their cousin, which my son was 17, my other son was 16, and then his cousin was like 22. So they were home, and then they called me the next morning. It's like, you know, the front door's wide open. He kicked it in. Now, I didn't know that, but he was calling my phone. He was way in another city, got an Uber to come do that, and then went back to where he came from. And he left all that on my voicemail. So yeah. I thank God I wasn't there, because I don't know what he would have done to me, and thank God he didn't do anything to my children. But I don't know if he knew that they were there, or he just didn't even go in their rooms to check. But first thing he did was kick my door down and kick my room door down. And I wasn't there, thank God. But it's just, amazes me that men act this way because people don't want to be with them. Like, y'all put people through so much and then think that we want to be in a relationship or stay with y'all. Ladies, if y'all get away, stay away. These men don't mean you no good. And I'm not speaking for all men, because there are some good men out there. It's just some of them are just like my mama said. And my mama knew. She said that from the jump that he was crazy, and I should have seen that. And I was too busy thinking that, oh, he's different, I'm trying something different. Y'all, I know I'm rambling, but it was just so much that went on those 5 years. And it's like, if I could sit down and plan out each part and tell y'all exactly what happened, y'all would be like, girl, how did you even stay that long? I don't even know. But I would never, ever. And even before, I said I would never get married again, but I can't let one bad apple ruin it for me, because I still believe in marriage. I still believe that there's good people out there. There's somebody out there for everybody. And I finally got back with my person, but he wasn't it. That didn't work. That wasn't it for me. And y'all, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. If y'all want to hear more stories, just comment below and let me know what questions y'all have, what y'all want to hear, what y'all want to know, because I can go on and on. I don't want to keep rambling because my video getting long and I ain't gonna keep rambling about it. But yeah, so I was married for 3 years. I was with that person for almost 6 years. Divorced next month will make 1 year. And now I'm with my girlfriend, who I've known for 13 years, and we've been on and off for like 4 or 5 years before we separated. We separated for about 5 years, and now we just, 2 years ago linked back up. She's been the person that's been here with me through the stuff that I've been going through. Some people don't like it. Some people have a lot to say, but this is my life. I'm gonna live it how I want to live it, and I just hope everybody just live their life, be happy. You don't got to worry about what people got to say about you. People gonna talk. They talked about God. Live your life. Life is too short to be anything but happy, and I'm gonna be happy with the person that I'm with, and that's just that. But yeah, y'all, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell if y'all want to see more videos from me. I did say I was going to try to be consistent because I got some more tea to spill, but we ain't gonna talk about it today. But I'll see y'all later, and just comment down below if you want to know anything else.